I have some exciting news from Singapore for all of you XRP owners. This morning, the Monetary Authority of Singapore authorized further payment operations for our license as a major payment institution. As a result, we are now able to provide our clients in the area with completely authorized payment services from beginning to end. What is the meaning of it all? I'll tell you. Additionally, I will provide you with a wealth of other global information regarding Ripple's licenses. The most crucial factor if you want to operate a worldwide blockchain infrastructure business is licenses. You are therefore permitted to conduct business in those particular nations and regions. Let's now discuss the potential implications for XRP and the other coins we own. The piece is this. As you can see, the movie will be released today on December 1st. For you, this will be real-time news. The Monetary Authority of Singapore has authorized Ripple and broadened the range of payments that the major payment institution can make through the MPI license that its Singapore subsidiary, Ripple Markets APCP, holds. The statement reads, one of the top financial technologies is Ripple, a corporation that provides crypto solutions to businesses. It's a lot to say. Holding this clearance, Ripple, one of the few blockchain-enabled businesses holding an MPI license worldwide, can provide more controlled payments and provide greater value to its Singaporean customers. As one of the few organizations using blockchain worldwide, correct? There are now only a few businesses that are able to change the method payments are made. I trust Ripple, the organization, its team, and the assets XRP and RLUSD so much because of this. It will significantly alter the worth of the world. This line should cause you to think, hey, I might be in that other cryptocurrency and they might be the ones making payments too. Do they possess each of these licenses? These factors are critical to the mindful future of all global structures. Furthermore, I think Ripple has more rights than any other blockchain business. Let's discuss this. We now know that Ripple has received approval. We discussed the topic of the post. Singapore is providing Ripple Markets with an AP pack as an extension of its current MPI license, which it obtained in 2023, according to retailers citing the finance authorities. With this update, Ripple may expand its tokenized base settlement and payment services in Singapore. That's a good line too. Two of the most significant digital payment tokens that banks, fintechs, and other cryptocurrency businesses can utilize are listed as XRP and RLUSD. That's wonderful to hear. It is not necessary for us to comprehend what RLUSD is. We completely comprehend that. Why is Singapore important? For Ripple, XRP, and RLUSD? Asked. Singapore is one of the primary APAC locations for Ripple. According to reports, on-chain activity in this field has increased by 70% in the past year. Thus, the MPI license has been upgraded. There is now a clear indication to strengthen the XRP and RLUSD rails throughout Asia, if you pardon my French. More end-to-end infrastructure, including token-based settlement collections, holding swapping and payment with RLUSD and XRP, is now available from Ripple. This implies that customers are not required to keep items or create their own blockchain stack. This is a crucial section. Banks in this region can use blockchain by upgrading their systems in a few ways. You can put all of it together for starters. We've discussed this a lot. The duration is already known to us. When I say quick, I mean within a year or two. Depending on the size of the school and the difficulty of the construction, this typically takes 3 to 5 years. However, in contrast, you might get up and running in a few weeks to a few months by contacting Ripple or another business that provides these services. Although this procedure typically takes 3 months, I have witnessed banks complete their on-ramp in as short as 3 to 4 weeks. It's easy to understand why banks might believe this is the best option given that the time is being shortened from 1 to 2 years to 3 months. Additionally, since banks don't have to create all of this themselves, they don't need to maintain a staff to ensure that the system is constantly improving. Consider that developing your own system, testing it, and adding new members would need a large crew. An entire company dedicated to marketing. Then, there must be individuals who verify that everything is in order and that no bugs or other issues exist. I believe that many of these banks will move to Ripple because of this. They can support it with their licenses. Naturally, the ADGM in Abu Dhabi has also authorized RLUSD as accredited fiat reference token, giving it a stable currency that Middle Eastern institutions can utilize. This lends credence to the notion that Ripple is constructing a regulated cross-jurisdictional settlement stack centered on RLUSD and XRP. Some claim that Singapore's action would encourage more people to use XRP and USD. Additionally, they claim that they could establish digital payment rails under the control of Singapore's monetary authority in collaboration with local banks and asset managers. I want to discuss some of the items that Crypto Ear has released. I received several direct messages. For the Singapore dollar SPED, why would Ripple create a stable coin? A changeover between SGD and RLUSD on the XRP ledger for mixed payments is made possible by UP's development in APAC and the advancement of Ripple's Internet of Value strategy. We are aware that a lot of things revolve around XRP. The XRP system will see the issuance of several stable coins. Additionally, XRP exists as a bridge currency. A digital payment token license with some additional capabilities that haven't been released yet was granted to the company Ripple. Would a stablecoin backed by the Singapore dollar be possible given the unknown changes? I'll accept that wager. Because of this, Crypto Eerie believes that more is happening in the background and that this could be the catalyst for Ripple to launch a dollar backed by Singapore. As of right now, Lord Belgrave claims to have been a London city banker. He authored a few posts explaining the history of the Monetary Authority of Singapore and Ripple. To ensure you see everything, I felt it would be beneficial to include it in this film. I want to show you something that you may have created between 2015 and 2017. At that point, Singapore launched Project Ubin to investigate the use of DT for interbank settlement. During the meeting, I saw that XRP and Ripple were subtly mentioned in technical documentation. It appears that there was more going on than just an experiment based on what I observed. Ubins. The MAS Online Project's public mission, Ubin, is an investigation into the potential applications of distributed ledger technology and blockchain for clearing and settlement. They discussed field testing that tests settlement finality, quick cross-border messaging, and tokenized asset settlement using DT. They spanned the years 2015 to 2017. This indicates that they have spent 8 to 10 years working on it. You can see that your efforts are finally bearing fruit. It gained further strength when the source code was released in 2017. Additionally, ABS and the Monetary Authority of Singapore released prototypes for Ubin's second phase on COA, Hyperledger, and Quorum systems, including cash-saving techniques. At my bank, I examined those samples. The images of atomic netting, publishing settlement commitments through consensus ledgers, and liquidity savings resembled internal materials I had seen from Ripple experiments. This was particularly true for the way the commitments were tallied and bundled together. In his 2018 lecture, Ravi Menon gave more clues. He was in charge of Singapore's monetary authority at the time. It was demonstrated by the project. Ubin said banks might use a blockchain-based digital Singapore dollar to pay one another without going via the country's monetary authority. Cryptoary believes that Ripple is now working on your behalf. That, in my opinion, was a neat approach to bring everything together. The topic of tokenized asset settlement with delivery as opposed to payment was also raised. That is crucial. Ripple pilots did precisely that in lesser-known tunnels. Additionally, the DBS Future of Payments Insights report demonstrates the family tree. Public reports from DBS claim that portion of JOR originated in Ubin, a payment and security settlement network that investigates use cases for tokenized assets, DVP, FX payment versus payment, and numerous asset classes. These use cases and what I observed in the NDAs go hand in hand. XRP is used as a bridge or settlement asset in the settlement of tokenized goods or securities. First-hand money.